Hello, and welcome again. Carlo Barra here, and welcome to my YouTube video channel about Cubase and other things. And in this little short video, I would like to show you how I approach different colors in Cubase meters, how to change the default colors in Cubase, and why do I think this is a useful thing to do. So first, how and where do we do this? We have to go to File, Preferences, so open the Preferences window, and on the left side you have to find the metering section and the appearance. On the right side you will see your meters here, and there you can choose the channel meter or the master meter, because in Cubase you can have basically different colors for channel meter. These are all the meters next to all your audio tracks, group tracks, VST instruments, and so on. And one master track, the master meter. Let's go to our channel meter and see how these different colors are created here. Actually, I don't know anymore how this looks default, how this colors looks in the Cubase default setting, because I always use these colors, so I don't know anymore. I think they will be looking different in your session, so when you open your preferences window, you will see something different. And basically how Cubase came up with this idea, I don't know how they came up with this idea, but it's pretty awesome. You can assign different places here, different spots on the whole meter in this whole scale between 0 dB and minus infinity, and assign them different colors. And these numbers here in these boxes tells you in which position on the meter the color change will take place. So this is how I do it for myself. So around minus 60 dB I have this green thing, and then everything will be black, and then it will morph this bluish color until I reach exactly minus 16. And between minus 16 and minus 9 I will see my yellow zone, which is a safe zone for me while mixing or recording stuff. And then around exactly at minus 9 dB, everything above will be this magenta color. So it's a warning for me, be careful, you are hitting this minus 9 mark, and there will be, in this case this minus 2.7 dB going up and being red until I reach 0. Everything above 0, as you may know, in digital will be cut out, so the tone, the sound of the track, whatever instrument, will be distorted, and it makes no sense to go above 0 dB. Actually, it makes no sense to go above minus 9 while recording or mixing. Only on the last stage, which will be mastering, you can try to push everything up to around 0 dB, so your track will be loud enough in comparison to other tracks. But to have a dynamic recording, dynamic mix, we should stay around here. So in this zone between minus 16 and minus 9 dB, it's loud enough, and it allows us to have enough headroom, because we still have around 9 dB headroom until we hit the 0 dB mark, which is a no-go in the digital world. So let's say when I'm recording audio acoustic instruments like a guitar or a vocalist or drums, my meters should work here at around minus 12 dB with some peaks going above, which is totally okay, but I will never reach the 0, so I will never distort the sound. And before I show you how to put these new colors in this little area here, let me show you what I mean with working with these colors. So I will play you these audio tracks. You can't hear anything because these are routed this way, so you can't hear those. It's not about the music right now, it's just the meters. So when the playhead hits the audio tracks, you will see on some of them there's nothing, and some of them I see this green bar at the bottom, which means okay, there is a signal there and something is playing back. Maybe I can't hear it, and when I go and make this tracks a little bigger, I still see just this green bar at the bottom. It means okay, there's a signal. Maybe I forgot to mute it. Maybe this is a hum, maybe a noise, something from next door, whatever. It's just, for me, it's just a visual interpretation. Be careful. There is something going on these tracks. So if there is nothing there, I can see nothing. If there is a sound, that I see this visually without watching my meters and reading numbers on these meters. So let's go to mixer, and you see exactly the same way. There is this green bar at the bottom and something's going on there, but really soft, so I can really hear it. And the same happens here. I see this green bar, and basically that's it. Everything goes to my stereo output, which happens to be a little bit louder than the single tracks, which is of course the case because these tracks are adding the volume of these tracks is adding up together, so we can see this is much louder than the separate tracks. And this is exactly what I'm showing you. If we have many small noises going on in our mix, these noises adds up, and it will be really something which is audible and which is just a noise or some dirt in our mix. So just this is very important for me while mixing or recording. And the other thing is, when I'm recording acoustic instruments and I'm using microphones or guitar cables, whatever, and I see nothing here, I know, okay, there's no signal, so there's something wrong with the preamp or with my instrument or whatever. Phantom power is not there. But when I see that there is a signal here, I'm okay, this is working, and I just have to work on my levels. Good. But this is not the important thing. The important thing is when I mix or when I record, to achieve enough headroom in my recordings, I try to be in this region, like I said, in this zone here. So my levels, my peaks are between -16 and -9. And I can see it clearly because these are here on my session, these are these yellow zones, right? So when I have tracks, let's say I'm recording guitar and a vocal, let's say, and with my levels jumping this way without reading any numbers here, I know already, okay, I'm between -16 and -12 because I see the yellow. I don't see any magenta here, which means I'm not hitting -9, which is totally okay. Let's add a few more signals there. You see, these signals would add up, and on my stereo output, I will see, okay, I'm hitting this next zone here, so most of the time I'm above -9 dB, and I'm in this zone where there is really not that much headroom right now. If this will be final mix, it will be okay. If more tracks will be added here, it will be too hot. So what I will do, I will take all these sliders, for example, and will lower the volume of the whole thing. So maybe the single tracks won't be so loud, but the whole thing will be a little bit in the safer zone. So let's see, maybe something like that, right? So if not hitting, if the output isn't hitting too hard, and I will give it this audio track, this stereo output, mix down, I will give it to my mastering engineer, and he will be happy because he will have enough headroom here to work with. Okay, and the cool thing is I can see this when I'm seeing these small tracks. The height isn't so big in these tracks because, let's say, I have an orchestral recording and there are many tracks. All I can see are basically these little meters there, and by the color of the meters, I'm already hitting the right spots here. So I think this is very useful, and you can play with it, and you can change the color to whatever you like. And let's see, let's open the preferences window again, and you see these two buttons, add and remove. When we choose something, and let's do it on my master meter here, I will choose a meter and I will say remove, and this meter will disappear. Same goes for the next one and the next one, and basically I can delete all the meters but one. At least one meter needs to be there. And if you want to recreate something what I did, or you can use your different own values, you can just click here and you say, okay, I want to this one to be at minus 60 dBs, and you create another one and you say this will be minus let's say minus 16, and the next would be minus 9, for example, like I did before, and yeah, another one minus 4 dB. Okay, and all I have to do now is just assign different colors to them. So I will click on this upper box and choose this bluish color, marine, whatever you call this color, and maybe something like this here. Between 16 and minus 9, I would have maybe this green color, so I know this is my zone where I'm not exceeding any levels and all is good here. Everything between minus 9, I will do this magenta color maybe, and from minus 4, maybe a white, and maybe I will add another one at 0, and everything at 0 will be red. So when I can use this, so mixing this white with this red, I will have this yeah, this morph between white and red, and the 0 will be red. So you get it, the idea. This is basically how you do it, and you can store all the settings, and you can give them different names. So maybe for different kind of sessions, you will have different settings, different colors for different things. You can play with it. This is how it's done, and that's it for now. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments. Please subscribe and let me know what other things you would like to hear from me. And this is all for now. I wish you a good day, and bye.